This is an episode that might get some of you guys triggered. We're reviewing Old Fitzgerald 19 today on the Whiskey Tornado. According to Heaven Hill's website, at 19 years old, the fall 2022 release of Old Fitzgerald is the oldest ever in the series. The whiskey was produced in September of 2003 and bottled in October of 2022. The liquid comes from barrels pulled from 3 floors of Rickhouse F and 1 floor of Rickhouse X at Heaven Hill's main distillery campus. Old Fitzgerald has a mash bill of 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. With all that being said, let's get into today's tasting of Old Fitzgerald 19, and then we're going to compare it to Old Fitzgerald 17. All right, guys, we are kicking off the year right with some Old Fitzgerald 19. I honestly was not sure I was going to open this bottle, but we had some friends over just before the new year, and one of our first Patreon members, Ed Sturgar, came over. Also, Chuck from Power of Bourbon came over, so we cracked this bad boy open, and man, did we love it. So today I want to score it and then taste it against Old Fitz 17. I know most of you guys can't get these. Big shout out to Ray at Harvest Market who got these for me. I'm so honored to be able to taste them and review them for you guys. As always, we're going through the nose, the palate, the finish, and then after I will break down the other categories for you guys. Here we go on the nose. Gosh, guys, I would love to tell you that this isn't worth it. MSRP on this is $250-ish, somewhere around there. I know most of you aren't going to be able to find it unless you get it on secondary. Secondary prices are well over $1,000. But the point of these reviews where I review something that's super allocated and super hard to find is maybe you see it at a bar and you want to know if you pay $50 for a pour of it. All right, so don't get mad at me because I'm reviewing these. This is gorgeous though. Really that sweet oak, dark cherries, leather, kind of tobacco notes, cinnamon. It's everything you'd want in an aged Heaven Hill product. The nose is exceptional. It goes over that 0.7 range. We're into 0.8, 0.9. I'm gonna give it a 0.8. It is really, really nice. It's not super complex, but it is that like dark, sweet oak, not drying oak. Those dark Luxardo cherries, kind of brown sugar, leather. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna give it a 0.8. All right, on to the fun stuff, the palate. Cheers, everybody. Almost give you chills. I've seen a lot of reviews of people saying this is too oaked, it's over oaked. They're wrong. This is so good. So good. I think maybe the newer you are into bourbon, the more you might think this is over oaked, but it is not. This is, on the first sip, it really reminds me of what Elijah Craig 18 should be. Elijah Craig 18 has a lot of these same notes, but it's just thin. The one thing I get with Elijah Craig 18 is like an anise note that I'm not really fond of and can turn me off. This has none of that, but it has a lot of those characteristics Elijah Craig 18 has. It also has a lot of characteristics that Knob Creek 18 has and Knob Creek 15. So if you like those kind of profiles, they are a little heavier on the oak, then you will absolutely love this. It's like a perfect blend for me of Elijah Craig 18, Knob Creek 18, but with more body and more flavor. I absolutely love it. As far as tasting notes go, I'm getting a lot on the palate, same as I did on the nose. Getting those like deep brown sugars, that sweet, beautiful aged oak, dark cherries, leather, tobacco. Let's take one more sip of this. Oh, the cherry just pops more. Not medicinal, It starts to borderline on medicinal, but it doesn't go to that medicinal cherry. Man, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful. I'm gonna give the Palate a 0.8. It has a lot of body for that 100 proof. I just wish it had a little bit more, which is why I can't go to that 0.9 perfect kind of level. But it is so beautiful. It is crushable, but it has enough substance there to not feel watered down like Elijah Craig 18 does. Really amazing job, Heaven Hill, on the Old Fitz 19. All right, let's move on to the finish. The finish on this is just beautiful. The finish, where some things finish with spice and linger and burn, this finishes with flavor. And that flavor is those like deep, dark cherry, brown sugar, sweet oak notes. It hangs around on your palate and you really can't get rid of it. It is a long finish, but not a burning finish, not a Kentucky hug finish. It's just all flavor. It's beautiful. Again, if you like those heavier oak notes, some of you aren't gonna like that, but for me, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna give the finish a 0.7. All right, guys, let's break this down. I'll give it a score, and then we will taste it against Heaven Hill 17 for those of you that are sticking around. All right, our first handicapped category is appearance, and the appearance of the Old Fitz decanters is perfection in my opinion. It is a 1, it doesn't get any better. There's no better bottle on the market. Our second handicapped category is availability. This hurts, obviously, it's a 0.1 unless you stand in line at the distillery, you have a relationship with a manager, or you get lucky or pay crazy secondary prices, you are not gonna find this bottle. Again, the nose is all sweet oak, dark cherry, cinnamon, leather. We're giving it an exceptional score of a 0.8. The nose transfers to the palate beautifully. Again, a lot of sweet oak, dark cherries, deep brown sugar. Very reminiscent of a mixture of Elijah Craig 18 and Knob Creek 18. It is exceptional at 100 proof. We're gonna give the Palate a 0.8. The body at 100 proof is also very nice. It stands up, and we're gonna give it a 0.7. The finish is beautiful. The flavors stick to your tongue and the sides of your palate. Lingers for a long time. The finish is a 0.7, and the value based on MSRP of $250 is even. We're giving it a score of a 0.5, and that brings the total score for Old Fitz 19 to a 4.05, making it barely bunker worthy. And that's saying a lot for a bottle that's really expensive and almost impossible to find. Normally with my scoring system, if something's really expensive and really hard to find, it is hard to make it into that bunker worthy category, but the Old Fitz 19 does, in my opinion. It is phenomenal. I would try to find a pour of it in a bar if you can. All right, guys, let's see how it holds up to Old Fitz 17. I am almost out of this because I have been sampling a lot to Patron members and to my friends, and I really like the 17 as well. The 17 just didn't have as much of those dark oak notes as the 19, as you would expect. So let's smell these side by side. You know what? I need to pour a little bit more of the 19 because why not? It's Sunday. We're having a great tasting here. It's the new year, so here we go. The 17, man. 17 has much more caramel, much more like a buttery caramel smell to it. Yeah, and the 19 has more of those like darker sweet oak cherry notes to it. I think a lot of people honestly are gonna like the 17 better. On the nose, I like the 17 better if I'm being honest, because it smells richer, it smells more buttery, more caramel notes on there. But man, if the 19 is an 8, which is exceptional for me on the nose, 17 is a 9. It's just, golly, they're both gorgeous, but let's taste the 17. Oh. Yeah, 17 has hints of that cherry, hints of that sweet oak. When you taste these side by side, you really see where this bourbon is going, because there are hints of that dark cherry and sweet oak in there, just not all the way. It has more of those like caramel vanilla notes that you would expect in younger Old Fitz barrels, but you can see that it's just edging toward this, which is just beautiful. So let's taste the 19. Oh, man, for me, it's no question, guys. The 19 is better. I love to see where this went. I love to see it from the 17 to the 19. I've seen a lot of people review this and like the 17 better, and I totally get it, but I think they're missing it. I think they're missing where this is going, how beautiful it is, how dark, rich, dense, how much flavor is condensed in the 19. It's not even comparable to the 17, in my opinion. But if you don't like those darker oak notes, then you're not going to like the 19. So when I say they're wrong, they're not wrong. I mean, everybody likes what they like. So I'm wrong in saying they're wrong. It's your preference, whatever your preference is. I just think they might be missing something to see where this is going. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The Old Fitz 19, man, I mean, I'll never find another bottle of this, but it is absolutely beautiful. And if you're at my house and want to pour, let me know. I'll be glad to pour this for you guys. 17's getting pretty low. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you see either one of these at a bar for around $50 a pour, I would maybe even 70 a pour for the Old Fitz 17. I would be in all the way, guys. Just to taste these once is special. All right, guys, hope this review helped you decide what to buy, what to leave on the shelves, and possibly what to buy a pour of in the bars. We'll see you next time on the Whiskey Tornado. Cheers, everybody.
Then I